Not only have consumers changed the way they buy during the pandemic, but also the way they pay for those purchases. The popularity of buy now and pay later options has boomed as companies such as Affirm, Split It and Afterpay allow consumers to pay in installments over a period of time. Afterpay, which is publicly traded in Australia, surging nearly 300% this year. And joining us now is Nick Molnar, Afterpay co-founder and co-CEO. Nick, very good afternoon, I guess good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So to talk us through the exact premise of the company, I mean, we're familiar, of course, with some of the US rivals like Affirm. Are you exactly the same, the Australian version?
Yeah, so we've built a product that is fundamentally different to traditional finance providers. So just for round numbers, if you're buying a pair of jeans for $100, instead of paying $100, the customer pays 4 payments of $25 every 2 weeks. So we pay the retailer the next day and take all the risk. We do that, without checking a consumer's credit file, without ever charging interest. So, we have built a product that's fundamentally different to other providers in the market.
And Nick, we've seen a huge amount of growth in your product and some of the rivals this year. Why so much? Just simply because more people are shopping online and this is an easier product or service to offer with online shopping as opposed to in-store shopping?
Yeah, so there's been two really systemic shifts. The first, as you mentioned, the shift from offline retail to online retail, has been widely spoken about, in an 8-week period, saw growth rates that took 10 years previously to take place. But what hasn't been widely spoken about is this shift from, the credit economy to the debit economy. Started in the 2008 financial crisis where millennials said, I would prefer to spend my own money. And if you look at Visa's numbers in the midst of the pandemic in May, credit card spend had negative 21% year-on-year growth, but debit card spend had positive 12% year-on-year growth. So you're seeing this systemic shift away from credit cards towards debit cards. And given that 90% of Afterpay's consumers use a debit card, that is driving a really material undercurrent in our business and across the board.
I feel like we should also mention the Kardashians here, Nick, and how they've been part of your story, and especially the launch in the U.S., how they got involved.
Yeah, look, we're really privileged for the portfolio of the Kardashian brands to be partners of ours, and for some of the best global brands all over the country to have supported us over recent times. These retailers that deeply understand the next generation consumer, the millennial and Gen Z customer, has understood that our customers actually now start their shopping journey with Afterpay. They come to afterpay.com or our app to start browsing where they want to make their transaction. And to be a marketing partner, not just a payment platform, for our retail partners is, a key driver for partners like the Kardashians of ours.
That's a fascinating side point, Nick, about your own app and therefore just getting access to your current partners. How important is your growth? Therefore, how important to your growth is it that you win more clients, as it were, as opposed to just consumers being willing to buy now and pay later?
Yeah, look, I mean, the whole network effect unfolding is critical. I mean, we only went live in the US just 2.5 years ago. In our second full year of trade, we did $4 billion of GMV, growing at over 300% year on year. What we're really fortunate to be able to deliver to our retail partners is, generally north of 50% new to file customers to our retailers. So to be able to get them access to this customer that might be difficult to reach, that coupled with the support that we've had over recent months, even in the last few weeks alone, whether it's Lululemon, Gap Inc., UGG, Glossier, etc., we've been supported by some of the biggest global brands that are now taking us, scaling us in the US and more broadly internationally.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.